Car Chronicles. I don't know if we're calling it the Car Chronicles, but we're here talking about bowling and talking about kind of random subjects, or like subjects that don't get talked about often enough in the bowling community. And today I wanted to talk about a comment that I got on TikTok where a follower commented on one of my videos asking for advice on being in a slump, or like being, a slump, being a period of time where things are not going as you want, they're not going as planned. A period of time where you don't necessarily know why. It's a period of time where it doesn't really matter what you do. Everything just it feels like it's just snowballing downhill. All your problems, all your tournament after tournament, nothing goes your way, no luck, no nothing. Just, it's a slump. And me personally, I've been in a lot of, I've been in a few. I've definitely been in a few. And I can say it right now, before we get really into it, I can say it right now that as long as you keep going, as long as you don't quit, 99% of all slump situations you will get out of at one point or the other. One point or the other. Maybe that's not how you say it. Well, what I'm trying to say is you'll get out of it eventually, as long as you don't quit. But his question was actually somebody close to him is in a sad slump, and this person is apparently doesn't believe in itself anymore. Has a hard time. I think he wrote that she didn't really see any, didn't have any motivation, and she really doesn't see, the light in the sport. The spark is fading away. That's what it sounded like from his comment. And he was asking me my opinion of what can you say as a person close to that other person in that slump? How can you help? And it's a really tough question, but I wanted to take it on. I don't necessarily have the right answer here, because I'm not a sports psychologist or psychologist in any way whatsoever, but I'm gonna try to base this off of my situations and my experiences of going into and coming out of a slump. So my immediate thoughts are, it's really hard to notice as the athlete. It's really hard to notice and acknowledge that you're in a slump early on. Obviously it's the only time you really notice is often later down in your career. You're a little bit older and you've been in a few of them already, so you kind of notice the patterns. By the way, I don't know if this mic is working. I forgot to charge them, and if they work, they work. If not, the sound's a little bit worse, and we have to just, whatever. Yeah, back to it's a little bit easier when you're a little bit older and more mature, but when you're when you're younger, and maybe if you're still a youth athlete, or maybe in your 20s, or obviously it depends on what type of person you are and how mature you are at that young age. It's it's really easy to just lose interest, find something else, and just kind of drop it. Because obviously, when you're that young, the possibilities are endless for you in terms of like what to do in life, and I mean, sometimes you just feel that the pain and the work is just not worth it. It's not worth this feeling that just sucks all the time. Like you bowl a tournament, or you go even just going to practice and nothing works out, and you just get tired of it and just like, hey, this is definitely not worth it. Like I could be hanging out with friends or whatever, whatever that's more fun than this. It is downpouring rain outside. So what can you say to a person that is in a slump that will like help? It's really just trying to be there when that person is ready to ask for help. Because it's really easy to like as a close like as a family member or a close friend, or just a person who is close to the athlete, it's really close to it's really easy to you want to help so much, like you want to give her all the advice or him all the advice, but the athlete is not necessarily like accepting advice at this stage in their career, like in this slump. It's very, because everything is just frustrating. Even when there's good intent, it's just it doesn't get received as that. But what I would do is just kind of ask what him or her's like gut feeling is telling her. Like, start there, see what response you get. Like, what is your gut feeling telling you? And then if the response is, I just don't think it's fun anymore, like, okay, then you could suggest a break. There's nothing wrong with taking a break for a couple of weeks, a week, a month. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Take a break, see if the hunger comes back. Most of the time when we've been like going hard for a long period of time, you just kind of, I don't like to call it burnout, but it's just like the hunger just kind of like it doesn't disappear, but it like kind of just like goes into hiding. Like it kind of disappears. And it's really hard to bring it back when you're just constantly chasing and you don't really know what to do, because that's all you know. Like, from my perspective, when like I'm in a slump right now, just to like mention that, like I am in the worst slump I have ever witnessed. Like, nothing I do right now like works. Like, I feel like I'm bowling terrible. I'm getting all the advice. I have fucking amazing people around me, pros, close friends. They all believe in me. They're all giving me advice. They're all saying that I have the tools, and it's all appreciated. Like, hey, like it really makes me keep going. But it really gets you guessing. Like, am I really cut out for it? And like I was saying earlier, because it's in a later stage in my career, I'm talking like I'm 54, but I'm only 32, but still, I've been doing this since I was 5. Like, I started bowling when I was 5 years old, and I've been doing it almost non-stop since then. Obviously, when I was a kid, we took summer breaks, but like, since I was a teenager, I've just, been going. And this slump, out of all of the slumps that I've experienced, it's the worst. And for me, I'm currently taking a little break. I went to practice yesterday, filmed a little, nothing serious, I was just there throwing some shots, not like, and I felt like I got frustrated quickly because it felt awful. Like, I was all over the place, throwing the ball left or right, gutter balls, not making spares, my back was hurting. But but afterwards, like after practice and like last night, I was like, I stopped and thought, like, why was everything, what could you take away from this practice, even if it sucked, like, and I was like, I just got to do this, and this. Like, I feel like I'm in probably the worst shape of my life, and I'm not overweight, I'm not fat, not like none of that type of things, but I'm in the worst. I think I'm in the worst shape of my life. Been lazy, like physically, kind of eating whatever I want, just not thinking about any diet or anything. So I think for me, that's what I need to work on. That's what I'm gonna, like, starting tomorrow. That's, I don't know how I'll do it. Probably just go for runs and, work on some, basic core work or whatever. Like, I really wasn't gonna go this deep into it, but fuck it, here we go. Here we are. So what we can actually take from this is just, like, the athlete just really needs to, I personally think you start there. Like, what does your gut feeling tell you? And that's not always easy. That's not always the easy question to answer either. Like I said, especially at a younger age. But I think that's the best approach. And obviously then, but depending on what the athlete answers, you go from there. If she says, I don't know, like, I just don't feel it anymore. Like, I don't feel the hunger, and then you can go from there. Like, okay, do you want to try to find it again, or have you just had enough, or? And then again, if the athlete says, yeah, I really want to, like, find it again, and then, like, okay, what if we just do this, and this? Maybe go to practice, maybe don't do anything serious. You can, like, go to practice, play some games for an ice cream or a soda or whatever. Just, like, oftentimes go to a smaller tournament with a bunch of friends, having no expectations. Just go bowl the tournament with no expectations. Maybe have some fun. Try to have some fun at the tournament with no expectations. That sometimes that actually starts the spark again, because you go there with no expectations, and who knows, maybe you end up having a little bit of fun, and maybe, who knows, maybe you string a few strikes, and who knows, maybe you freaking win that tournament with no expectations. I've done that multiple times, and like smaller tournaments, like going in, no expectations, end up bowling great. And then you think, oh, okay, I'll just bowl the rest of my career with no expectations and I'll win everything. And unfortunately, that's not how it works. But that's a great way to, you know, find that hunger again. Just having a little bit of fun, bowling with friends or a relative or, you know, someone of that sort. Or you just have to face the fact that maybe it's just not there anymore, and that's okay. Like, there's more to life than bowling, dude. It's just like, that's also a thing that I'm still learning it. Bowling is such a huge part of my life that it's really hard for me to like think, yeah, the sun comes up tomorrow and, you know, it's just bowling, dude. It's because at the same time, it's not just bowling. Like, if you burn for it that hard, it's not just bowling, but at the same time it is. I don't know if I'm making sense anymore, but I didn't know that we were going to go this deep, but yeah, it's just bowling is just bowling at the end of the day. Like, doesn't matter how much it means to us, or me or you or whoever's watching this. It's just bowling at the end of the day, and I think that's what helps us all the most. It's just like, life continues, man. There's so many other things. We always think that if we quit the thing that we put so much work in over so many years, like like our world is gonna end. Like, it doesn't work like that. And I know that, but at like when I play a tournament and I freaking suck and I don't qualify for, you know, I just don't qualify for anything. It's just like, that's how I feel. I feel like the world is done. Like, it's over. Like, lost a bunch of money, paid a bunch of entry fees. But it's like, sun comes up. The sun does not care if I win a tournament or if I lose it. It's gonna come up. It's very cliche, but it's a fact. You can't change it. That's just the way that is. And like I said, it's really cheesy and really deep, and like, I don't know if that's something that will help your question, or if you ever see this, like, I'm gonna, you know, but yeah, that's really what I would do. Again, just sit down and ask the athlete what the person's gut feeling is saying. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. You don't want to force the athlete to continue or to do something like they don't want to. That would be wrong too. Then, like, that's definitely not the way. That's definitely not the way to go. So that's what I would do, man. That's my 5 cents on that matter. Thank you for commenting that question. All you other guys who are commenting, I see all of the comments. I want to answer you all, but I also want to do it in this type of format because it's a really good material to talk about and to take each like question on its own, because I really want to talk to all of you about your questions, but it could help so many people that like don't even like the videos, but they're there watching and they wonder, and because not everybody comments or likes or subscribes or whatever, but they're there. So I really want to keep doing this because I really think a lot of people can benefit from listening to something like this, because I don't think this type of stuff, like, I feel like this is missing from like our sport of bowling, especially like the mental part. Like, everybody does the ball reviews, and you know, those are cool. We all love new balls, you know, but like, I feel like the mental part of it is it's just so much bigger. Like, yeah, we love the new balls, but like, damn, bro. Like, we can't throw any ball if we're not at, you know, at the right place mentally, man. It's just, if we're not at the right place mentally, the rest doesn't matter. Then we can just, you know, doesn't matter. And it won't ever. So being in the right spot mentally is the foundation for everything else, man. It's just the way it is. Nobody's gonna change that ever. Ever. And yeah, obviously you can, like, you're not always gonna be 100% mentally, but that's what creates the mental grit, to be able to perform when we're not 100%, or even 80 or 90 or 70, man. Like I always, like, I am a huge Michael Jordan fan, man. Like Last Dance, I don't know how many times I watched The Last Dance, and if you haven't, if there's anybody out there watching this and haven't watched The Last Dance, like, you don't even have to finish this video. Just pause or exit the browser and go watch The Last Dance right now. And when you get to the episode of the flu game, yeah, watch the flu game. The man was unbreakable. And you know, there's been theories of it not being, you know, just something that he made up, but I call bullshit. I don't even care. I don't even care. So yeah, again, those are my 2 cents. I hope it helped, and keep practicing with a purpose, keep bowling smart, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, guys.